gone out to be a performer and has been quite successful. We haven't seen Dick since, I guess, it was before the summer, right? So would you welcome back, please, Mr. Dick Cavett. Dick?
I guess I'm in no danger of being confused with the previous guest. She just passed me. And slowly.
You're right. I don't remember girls like that at my age being that tall. And,
no, that's a new invention, I think. I don't think like that.
You were right. Last time you were here was before the summer.
Oh.
And you said you were going when he got out, the hair bleaches.
Yes, it's really...
You're all blonde now.
This has ruined my summer, my hair. In case you don't know, my hair is not this color. Ordinarily, it's brown. And the sun has bleached it, and you'd think it would look natural, but the sun bleached it. It looks artificial. And it's really embarrassing, more and more. I think I told you what happened. I'll be walking along, and a certain type of unusually graceful man will...
Nice euphemism.
Ask me what I'm doing to get this color, and
it's always embarrassing, isn't it, one day?
If that's what they mean by blondes having more fun, I guess.
Hey, look, you going to keep it that way now, or will it go back during the winter season?
I think it'll gradually fade back, yeah. But it was much longer, too. I let it grow for a month, and really long. I got a cut for the show here because it was terrible. I don't mind the usual obvious get a violin, you know, but when they start saying there goes Doris Day or something,
it's embarrassing. Hey, we're not going to get started in here because we almost have to have station identification, so you cut yourself again. He's accident prone also. We'll be right back. A word from your local station.
See the World Series of Golf Saturday and Sunday at 5 Eastern Daylight Time.
Do you want a good deal on new appliances for your home? Look no further. Hot Points' fall sale is here.
Right now, during Hot Point's big fall sale, you can get this new 1967 washer for only about $239. It's a deluxe 4-speed, 3-cycle washer with 6 automatic fabric settings, 2 especially for permanent press garments. Each fabric setting gives the required combination of washing action in speed and water temperature. No guesswork. It does your wash day thinking for you. The giant capacity tub does 2 to 16-pound loads, and there's rust-proof, all porcelain finish inside and out. Quite a washer. And you can get a matching Hot Point permanent press dryer for as little as $149. This deluxe total clean range has 2 ovens, yet it's priced like a single oven range, about $249. And this no-frost 17 refrigerator with no defrosting top or bottom is about $298. See these fall sale values at your Hot Point dealers soon.
We're talking with Dick Cavett, who The hair's all. We'll go back to brown, right?
I'm hoping so. I'm the opposite of what I usually am now because people who know me in the winter know me as a person with brown hair and a very pale face, and I get the opposite.
What else has been happening to you lately?
Let's see. Oh, I lost my billfold. I don't know if you're supposed
Lost
to
it or stolen?
I think I lost it. I just plain lost it. And you know how you always lose it after, I guess after you've cashed a check. I had $75 in it. And you have all your cards and your identification. And it was about 3 days ago. If I can just use your facilities, if anybody finds a billfold, my billfold, feel free to keep the cards and identification. And would you return the money? It has great sentimental value.
You don't care about any of that other stuff at all. You'll never see it. I'm afraid to
I guess
tell you.
not. I've never gotten anything back like it. It's been...
I heard you got arrested.
Oh,
out of Southampton.
Kassoff told you that, I think.
Did you get picked up for something?
No, I was arrested this summer. It's my first police record, as far as I know. I clammed. And...
you mean you clammed up?
That's not a... No, it's not a euphemism. I clammed without a license.
You better explain that. Oh, I know. You better explain that to people who don't know what you're talking about.
There's a town pond. I have this summer little house that I rent up in East Hampton, and it's a strange place. It's right on the water, and the nearest thing to it is a funeral urn factory, which is weird. Some people get near a grocery store. I get a funeral urn factory. And it's a strange... I don't think they're very good funeral urns either. I was over there, by the way, looking at them. I turned one over on the bottom. It says, no deposit, no return.
Shabby work. Yeah.
What was I talking about? Oh, I was clamming in the town pond, and there's a sign that says, do not clam without a license, $3. And I cheated, you know, I didn't think they'd check, and I got caught with a half bucket full of clams, and an officer clapped me on the shoulder. And I tried a pathetic way of getting out of it, I guess. I tried to convince him I was putting clams into the pond.
Didn't stocking the pond, didn't work.
He thought I was taking him for an idiot. And they print it in the paper when you do anything up there in the East Hampton Star, and it's going to appear in the paper that I was arrested. Richard Cavett clamming without a license and taking an officer for an idiot. And a little embarrassing, I guess.
Do you need a license? Do you have to buy a license to clam?
I guess so. I don't know why. I guess it's a game thing. It's a shellfish rule.
That doesn't sound right.
Comes under shellfish. I don't know who figures out the fines. It's $10 out of my pocket. They fine you for a lot of things, I found out. But clamming is one of the best things to be arrested for. If you're caught nude swimming in the Hamptons, it's $500. I don't know who figured out these figures, whether, you know, why nude swimming is 10 times worse than clams, but...
What if you're nude in clamming? Is there a package deal on that, maybe?
You have to report to the mayor for a week and do housework. It's really something. Speaking of figures, I was walking, or nudity, I was walking on the beach one day, just trying to think of some ideas for working, and I was in a very remote area. I didn't think anybody was around. And I come around a corner of a dune, and I run across two nude ladies sunbathing, just like that, bang, there they were. And I was startled, you know, but you try at moments like this to look very casual. And I tried looking casual by smoking, but lit the wrong end of a pipe.
That's a dead giveaway right there, you know. I don't know. There shouldn't be laws against it, I guess, if people want to go. Skinny dipping is what we used to call that from the Midwest, right?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's good old-fashioned skinny dipping.
Yeah.
But I guess they have to have a fine. What you should do when you run into somebody like that, what is it that somebody went to the door and somebody knew that there was a lady? And if you're real sharp at the time, you know, always in retrospect, you think of these things. You say, excuse me, sir. You say, and back out, which doesn't mean much, but it's very big in the Hamptons out there. Are you socially active? I wouldn't guess that you get in with what they call the jet set out there.
You mean social with a capital S, like society?
Yeah, you know, real.
No, not really. There is a lot of society out there. Southampton is very social conscious, social register, that sort of thing. I've tried to break into that, but I can't really. I did get invited to one party. There were some Radcliffe girls. That's known as the Ladies Harvard. And in some circles, so is Harvard. I didn't say that. Someone else did.
Somebody.
I hope. But some Radcliffe girls invited me to a party, and it was sort of sad occasion. They were giving a party to brighten the spirits of another Radcliffe girl they knew who had been through a very rough experience right in the middle of summer. With no warning, her suntan peeled. Real tragedy, but she's bearing it very well.
That's traumatic, I would imagine.
Yeah. I make faux pas, or faux pas at parties, because I drink a little bit to loosen up, and then I was at one, and I sort of feel like Groucho Marx after a couple of drinks. I guess a lot of people in comedy do it. The hostess at one of the parties, the girl's mother, said she was very proud. She had taken first prize that day at the dog show, and I said, "Oh, how did your dog do?" And a few people found that amusing. I wish they were here tonight.
They should have arrested you for that out of Southampton.
You can't get into society, though. I think Cleveland Amory has said this. Unless you have the family lineage, the background. In fact, in some circles, the Rockefellers are considered what they call nouveau, because unless your family goes way back with money, no matter how rich or successful you get, you're just out. And it's a family tree problem with me. I have a family tree, but I think it had Dutch elm disease.
You haven't traced it back too far, then.
I traced a little ways back, and I ran across black sheep, as they say. One especially, I guess, in my family is Big Bertha. It's a great aunt of mine who was notorious in the annals of crime back in Nebraska. For one thing, Big Bertha weighed 340 pounds. And she did in 4 of her husbands with her tomato aspic. And it was tomato arsenic, I think. And it was an actual case. It's in Nebraska. They got her on the 4th husband, and she was the first lady in the history of Nebraska to get the electric chair. And so actually, she was too big for the electric chair, and became the first person in history to get the electric sofa.
That's as far back as you've gone. Huh?
It's a long way to go, too.
Yes. That's right, you are from the Midwest.
Yeah.
We knew each other. We met briefly, strangely enough, I guess about almost 15 years ago, back in Nebraska, right?
Do you remember when? It was, the first time was in the basement of a church. I think you were doing a magic show.
I was doing a magic show at that time.
And I couldn't believe I had met you in the flesh. You know, it was like, it wouldn't have been any greater thrill to meet Bob Hope or Garbo or...
Do a little magic act in a church social or something like that. But that's the first time we ran across each other. Let me sell something.
Probably $30 or 40 or something.
I know.
Like
I don't
that.
think I was getting that kind of money. You know, $10, drive your own car, and don't mix.
Right. I did those shows, and I always took those jobs, even if they were $5 or $10. You know, because I could use the money in those days. And as Yasha Heifetz has always said, a gig is a gig. And,
That's right. Pick it up for you. You haven't lived, though, till you played a plow furrowing contest in the Midwest.
What is that?
Plow furrowing? No, a plow furrowing contest is where they have, is usually held out on a farm or something, and they set up a stage right in the middle of the North 40 or something, and that's where the show goes on.
Oh.
And it's a great experience.
Outdoors.
Especially when the plow, comes in first and is a big draw. It's not easy. Now, here's a message for those of you who are interested in getting your dentures clean.
If you're one of the many people who've worn dental plates for more than 2 years, you know about denture stain and odor. Now you should know about a revolutionary new denture cleanser that fights stains and odor. New effervescent Polydent tablets provide one of the most effective cleaning actions against stains. To illustrate the power of Polydent's effervescent oxygen action, we stain this water with iodine. Add a pure white Polydent tablet, a tablet without strong chlorine laundry bleaches and their useless telltale bluing, and instantly the power-packed oxygen whiteners burst into safe cleaning action. In minutes, the deep, dark iodine vanishes. Dramatic proof, Polydent provides one of the most effective effervescent cleaning actions against stains. So if you want your dental plates really clean, odor-free and natural-looking, get new, pure white, effervescent Polydent tablets.
Dick Cavett and I are waxing nostalgic. I guess that's what that would be, right? Waxing nostalgic. Nostalgia really means homesickness, doesn't it?
Is that so? I never looked at the
Nostalgia is used, thinking of the good old days, but I think nostalgia actually means homesickness.
Nostalgia.
You ever get homesick at all, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I had a good childhood in the Midwest. I find thinking back. I've never been in analysis. I haven't really had to recall my childhood, but I don't remember any particular hang-ups, as they say. I did one time, when thinking about my past, realize that one thing may have influenced my life as a child, and that was my voice. It's unusual. My voice, people have asked me about it, because I sound bigger than I am. You know, over the phone, people think I'm a big guy, but
You
I'm
have a
not.
low,
Sort of low
resonant voice.
yeah. And the thing is, my voice changed when I was 11 years old. It went up. Oddly enough, to where it is now. I was a kind of medical phenomenon. No, this is true. I was born with a much lower voice than I have now. And it's called granular pharynx or something like that. There's actually a term for it. And as a very little kid...
Granular pharynx.
You think I made that up?
No.
But my voice, as a very little child, my voice was like that. And this made for a very odd childhood in several ways that I didn't understand at the time. And I was thinking about this, and I remember one incident especially, and I kind of have to act it out for you.
Yeah, well, we can a little
quite
acting
all the
always.
parts. Do you have a few, just takes a couple minutes.
No, we have nothing planned.
Okay. It's like this. I was about 5 years old at the time of this story, and whatever you are when you're in first grade. And I tried to make my first phone call to a little girl, whose first phone call to anybody, but no one was home, and I picked up the phone, and I tried to call a little girl named Nancy, who was in the other section of first grade, and I liked her. And I'll just do it for you and play the parts. It's me, age 5, with my deep voice, and you'll see the problem. Phone dialing.
Hello?
Hello, Nancy.
No, this is her mother.
Oh, could I talk to Nancy, please?
I'm afraid you may have the wrong number. The only Nancy who lives here is only 6 years old.
That's the one.
I'm afraid I don't understand. I see. Is this the father of one of her little friends?
No, I'm just a friend.
I'm a bit confused. May I ask you how you know her?
Yes, we meet at recess.
You what?
We meet at recess.
George, pick up the other phone. There's something very strange going on here. You say you meet my 6-year-old daughter at recess?
That's right.
George, why don't you say something to this person?
I certainly will. What kind of a man are you, anyway? Well, I'm not exactly a man. You can say that again, Buster. There's a word for what you are. And I'd use it if my wife weren't listening.
Use it, George, use it.
All I remember is that they traced this call to our house and my father got 5 years.
I could see where that would be. Tend to traumatize you a little bit here. Let's see, I got a hold of something here. That's wrong. Here's a great fare for modern coffee drinkers. Cream and sucrel. Watch.
Take time, Joni. I helped myself to some coffee. She uses new cream. They're advertising. 11 calories a spoonful, and they claim this new cream tastes better than cream. Come on. I've tried old cream. It was fine. Just didn't taste like good old cream. But I'll be switched.
Maybe you'll be switched, too. New cream tastes better than cream.
We're rolling out a sweet idea. If you were wearing size 10, but now even size 12 is too small, how about cutting sugar calories? You've tried calorie-free sweeteners? They taste funny? Not sucral, made to taste more like sugar than any other calorie-free sweetener. We have a patent to prove it. Could help you back to that size 10. Sucral, tablet or liquid.